All right, good morning. Welcome to pre-calculus. So we are looking at problem inventory number one, problem inventory for the first test. This is problem number one. Um, Here we go with difference quotient. We're going to find the difference quotient for a of x is equal to the square root of 3x minus 4. So the idea is we're going to do f of x plus h minus f of x all over h when f of x, a of x in this case, equals square root of 3x minus 4. Okay, and that's what we're doing. First step, let's set this thing up. Okay, so we have to replace everywhere we see an x with an x plus h. So we have the square root of 3 parentheses x plus h and parentheses minus 4. All of that's in my square root. Minus, go ahead and write down the original function, the square root 3x minus 4. Okay, and then say all divided by h. Okay, now we have this thing set up. Step two, now we have to start evaluating this. And each problem is going to take its own little path. In this case, we got square roots. What are we going to do with square roots? So like, well, we have to get rid of them. There is no both sides. We need square root both sides. So the thing to do here is to multiply by the conjugate. So we're going to say 3x plus h minus 4. And the conjugate, what that does is it changes that middle sign. So plus square root of 3x minus 4. And of course, we're going to divide by the square root of 3x plus h minus 4 plus the square root of 3x minus 4. Okay, even though that's not a very particularly attractive looking one, that is still a thing over a thing. And that's what we're going to do. That's the conjugate, and we just multiply by 1. There's only two tricks in math. We can either add 0, we can multiply by 1. All right. Now, what we're going to do is, now that we've multiplied by conjugate, okay, that was our step 2. Okay, our step 3 is we've set it up. We're going to carry out this multiplication. Okay, so here we're going to go. I guess I'll do this slow because we have plenty of time to do this. So we have parentheses here, parentheses here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our firsts. So we have the square root of 3x plus h minus 4 times the square root of 3x plus h minus 4. That's going to square this thing. That's going to get rid of my square roots. Okay. Now we have our outers, so we're going to have, I'm sorry, yes, we have our first, so we did this guy, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our outers, so we're going to say plus the square root of 3x plus h, parentheses, minus 4, times the square root of 3x minus 4. These aren't the same. We can't really simplify, so we're kind of stuck, okay? Now we'll get our inners. So we did these parts. Now we have to do this inside pair here. So we have a minus. We have a square root 3x minus 4 times the square root of 3x plus h, quantity minus 4. Okay, so we could do that. And then finally, we do our last, which is this piece over here. So we have the square root of 3x minus 4 times 3x minus 4. So that's effectively this piece squared. Be careful with your parentheses. Okay, now every time you've got a square root, you're like, I'm going to rationalize the denominator. You're going to have a mess in the numerator. I'm going to rationalize the numerator. You're going to have a mess in the denominator. There's going to be a mess. It's your choice where you're going to put it, but you're never going to escape this mess unless everything works out and everything ends up canceling. That almost never happens. Okay, so we end up with an h. I'm just going to write down with the stuff on the bottom. We have 3 x plus h. That in parentheses, there's a square root here, minus 4, plus the square root 3x minus 4. And now what we have to do is we have to simplify the top. Okay, so we carried out the multiplication. Now we're going to simplify. So step 4, simplify. Okay, and you can see there's some stuff that is the same, isn't there? Right? This is a plus square root of 3x minus 4 minus, see, I have an a times b minus a b times a. You know that those are going to commute and they're going to be the same thing. It's not always true, but in this case it is. So what we're going to do is these guys get to cancel out, And what we're going to do is we're going to say, well, let's go ahead and simplify this guy down. So what's going to happen is this first bit here is going to be 3x plus h minus 4. Okay, that's this thing squared. It's this first square root squared minus parentheses 3x minus 4. We squared, so that got rid of our square root. We're not going to bother with the bottom. We're not gonna do anything with it. We just have an h times um, 3 root x plus h. I'm sorry, not that root. Let's change that. Okay, we have a 3 parentheses x plus h minus 4 plus the square root of 3x minus 4. And that's what we have on our bottom. There's nothing you can do with it. Okay, let's go ahead and distribute the top. So distribute. Okay, so we have a 3x, right? That's this one. We have a plus 3h minus 4. We're going to go ahead and distribute the negative signs. We have a minus 3x. Minus times a minus is a plus 4. And we still have the same stuff on the bottom. So we still have an h. And then honestly, a lot of times we'll just, I'm not going to write it out again, but not yet. I will write it out in the final answer. But for now, stuff. Okay. And then simplify again. Okay. And then we have our 3x. We'll go ahead and change colors. So we have our 3x and our 3x. Those guys cancel. Okay. Our negative 4 and our positive 4. That cancels. Now let's go ahead and write our penultimate step here. Second to last. Okay. So we have our 3h over h times the square root of 3x plus h. You could multiply that if you'd like. You don't have to. It doesn't really hurt anybody. Plus root 3x minus 4, all in parentheses. Okay, so all this stuff gets multiplied by each other. The h's cancel. The way you know you're done with the problem is this bottom h cancels. That's the whole point. So our final answer is 3 over, okay, 3x plus h minus 4 plus square root of 3x minus 4. And that is our answer. Notice that even though I took a little bit of a shortcut earlier and replaced this denominator with stuff, my final answer, when I'm presenting my answer to be done, I'm going to write it out because I'm telling you, we're done. I don't want to make the person who has to grade this go searching for like, what did you call this stuff? So we're just going to write it out to be proper, make it formal, make it nice, and that's our answer. That's our first problem. So good luck. Study hard with those. When you guys are working these, realize that you have a difference quotient, and there's 5 different functions I could ask you. Okay, linear, which is legal. I could ask you this. I probably won't because this is too easy. Okay, quadratic. Okay, then ax squared plus bx plus c. There will be numbers in for your a, b, and your c. Okay. Um, Rational, that's going to be an a over a bx plus c. Again, there will be numbers in here. You have to figure out the difference quotient for something like this. Radical, okay, which is the one we just did. This is the square root of ax plus b. Okay, I'll put numbers in for a and b. And then 5 is a cubic, okay, which is an ax cubed. You should be able to do this one. If you're in my class, typically I don't ask you guys to do this one because this is a very tedious problem. It takes a long time and there's already a lot of things to do on the test. So make sure you can do all 5 of these. Pay special attention to the ones that are hard, is this guy and this guy. And then just as a warm up, like make sure like that one is like, oh, these are too easy. Okay, that's where you need to be. Like if I give you a quadratic, I know how to do this in my sleep. Rational and radical, should be able to do those, but these are the 3 ones in the middle that you really need to make sure you can do. All right. Thank you very much for watching the video. Good luck studying for your test, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.